The difference 3 years into this thing, the difference between what 13 and 3 feels like and the difference between what 4 and 9 feels like, because it's the same guys, same uniform, same locker room, you go in there, but the outcome, preparation is the same, game plan is the same, but the outcomes are widely different. And I guess when you get in the middle of prosperity, you almost never appreciate the good stuff anywhere in life the way you should. You know, you move forward, you got a long career still ahead of you. Talk about that feeling versus the feeling you have right now.
Man, it's hard to explain, but simply put, I feel like I'm sure each of our guys feel this, and anybody in any workforce, and certainly in the professional field, athletics, the feeling frustration like that. That's like the one that's predominant in like the tough situation with the losses and everything, because like you said, we got our core, we got the same guys for the most part. We're running the same players, we're preparing the same, we're going to the practice, we're doing everything with the outcomes.
You made it feel effortless last year. I mean, didn't some of the games feel easy?
Yeah, last time I remember him, he was catching that pass in Kansas City. The 80-yarder from Steve McCarron. Remember that one?
Yeah.
It was no problem. I could have called the ball. He beat the guy, McCarron tossed it, he caught it, he ran right at us. We were down there in the end zone.
Right.
Remember like it was yesterday.
And that is...
And you can't sniff that this year. You're waiting weeks and weeks for something like that to happen, right?
Yeah. And then, not even close, but the difference, the biggest difference between last year and this year is execution and turnovers.
We talked about Dan Wilcox being all of our favorite Raven, the tight end, and him being out. We got Heap out, we got Wilcox out, Quinn's been playing.
Demetrius has been out now for 4 games.
How much in August, and I've been told by a couple of people, our offense kind of wanted to be 3 tight as a little bit of a base package. I mean, the things that Brian wanted to do offensively with Dan, Quinn, and Todd Heap, all of it has been kind of thrown out the window with the amount of injuries, the problems, the quarterback, the O-line. John Ogden wasn't there early. Flynn missed games. We're shuttling guys in. 1 week it's Adam Terry, 1 week it's Marshall Yonder, 1 week it's Ben Groves, 1 week it's...
By the way, Chris Chester played on the defensive line this year. How funny was that? Chris Chester played 3 times.
Could you go play quarterback? Could you go play quarterback in this league? Yeah, I mean, how long would you survive guarding you on the defense? You'd smoke yourself?
I let them have everything underneath.
Just don't get beat over the top?
No.
No, let's all at the offense. I got to take a break. But that 3 tight end pack, I mean, the things we were running in training camp as an offense, are we still seeing shades of that now, or have things changed pretty dramatically from where you guys were practicing in August? Just based on the fact that there is no Heat, there was no Wilcox, there is no Demetrius. I got to think a lot of things change with the special things those guys bring, whatever their specialties are.
I mean, you would think, but we still have our same base offense. Like we're still running the same, we still have the same play. We mix it up, disguise it, do a little something different for that week. If we have something special versus a certain team or opponent, we'll have that in, but we still have the same base offense.
But I would still say Demetrius can do things you can't do, and you can do things he can't do. So you're not interchangeable. I mean, I think that was Quinn's point last week. Hey, if I were Todd Heap and I could play the way I could make it the 20 Todd Heap was, and I'd be the first-round pick, and all that kind of stuff. So I think that's the hardest part, is you game plan all off-season, and then these injuries happen. We don't have a backup Mark Clayton when you go down. We don't have a backup Demetrius Clayton when he goes down. And certainly we don't have a backup Samari. We'll step back to this Bud Light Monday Night Live show. We're out here at Pittsburgh tonight. I hate when we lose. More than anything, it just sucks coming during the show. We lose 1 game, let alone 9, let alone what we did last night. Mark Clayton's here with us. He's playing with the microphone. You having fun playing? Yeah, I can tell. You're eating jerk chicken out here. Give Drew a hard time, man. He's not here every week,
There's nothing to give me a hard time about. Just for me. I'm a big, just win. I'm a big Sooners fan. You don't have to worry about me.
Drew, number 1 concern amongst the fans this morning, no doubt, losing to Miami and being the only team. Listen, the past, we can't control that. That's over with. The only thing you can control is beating the Miami Dolphins this week. Do you have any thoughts, anything you want to say about, as bad as it sucks to be 4-9, it can't be 0-13, right? I mean, seriously. I mean, we've already talked about how bad this can be. Can you imagine the taste in Jason Taylor's mouth right now? You know, the Miami players, and looking at you guys and seeing the way you played last night, they think they have a chance. You know that they think they can win this week. There's no doubt about that. Sure. Do you have some thoughts about potentially going down and playing an 0-13 team? Because it's kind of unprecedented. Nobody's had to play an 0-13 team in quite some time. As far as I don't remember if there was any teams out there that won this late or whatever. I always think of the Tampa Bay team.
Well, in a weird kind of way, you got to think they're excited about it. I mean,
this is their Super Bowl.
Well, they watched the game on Monday. They watched the game on Sunday night. I'm sure they all sat around and watched it, and they probably woke up today and thought, well, what the hell? They're coming down here. They lost 7 in a row. Why not? Why don't we beat them? I mean, they're 0-13, so the conventional thinking is, well, the Ravens should just go down there and the experts, by the way, say you're 3.5-point favorites, more than that. But, you know, the Dolphins woke up today and said, we got a team come down here that's just as bad a shape as us. Take away 600 games.
Well, you're filthy angry about 4-9. Imagine 0-13. And we talked in the first segment about not mailing it, not quitting, playing it all the way out. I'm sure those guys have played it all the way out for 13 weeks trying to win because nobody wants to lose.
I'm sure they have too. It's going to be a good game. I mean, it's a professional team. They're not just going to go out there and go whatever.
Tell me we're going to win this week. That's all I want you to do. I just want you to tell me we're going to win this week. Because I'm flying to Florida.
Don't say guarantee. Don't say guarantee, whatever you do. Anthony Smith tried that. It didn't work out that well.
I can't take any more pain. I mean, I walked out at halftime. I can't fathom the thought of losing this week.
Well, I mean, nobody likes losing.
Don't guarantee me we're going to win. Just promise me we're not going to lose. You know? Just do that.
Hey, now that you've seen these two teams back-to-back weeks, and I know you only see it sort of from your side of the ball. You've seen New England, and you guys obviously took them right down the wire. Indianapolis is a different set of circumstances. Talk about those two teams and what sort of maybe handicap the two. Do you think Indianapolis has a chance against them down the stretch, or have you seen enough New England both in person or TV to say, I don't think so?
Colts looked better last night. I mean, the Colts looked pretty good last night.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
I mean, but those are two fundamentally sound.
By the way, Bob Sanders, how many number 21s were really in the uniform for Indianapolis last night? Because every time I looked up, unbelievable.
I was trying to block him. I couldn't even get to him. He hides in between the linebackers and D-line, and he's too good.
You know the story about him is that Ozzie was going to take him.
I know that.
You know the story, right? Ozzie was going to draft Bob Sanders, and he got nabbed before Ozzie got a chance. I mean, he could have, should have, would have, maybe.
Can you imagine him and Ray, or Ed Reed together? Him and Ed Reed and Ray in the middle of the defense. Can you imagine that mess?
Scary.
What makes him so good? I mean, because you're giving him high praise, you know, kind of kidding around a little bit, trying to catch him, moving around all that stuff. What makes a special guy special? I guess that's what we're all trying to figure out from McAllister, the role, them not being out there last night.
Yeah, Bob has the ability to. I mean, he's not very tall, but he's very stout, very strong. So as a linebacker, he can hit, he can make all the tackles, he can make all the plays that a linebacker would make. But at the same time, he's fast, and he just knows how to get it done.